so the one thing that we need to do still is to remove the CPU cooling fan and the CPU from the motherboard so that you can take it out and put it back in. Now, on these particular ones, they have a lock. See these locks right here?
Yeah, we see
You have to lift them to release them. Okay, so I lift and release the locks. And then if I look right here, see these little tabs that come on the side of the CPU? Or on the side of the case? I'm just going to take a flathead screwdriver from the side, and I'm just going to get them off of the case right here without touching the motherboard. Okay, and I try to not do it on this side. See all the capacitors right along here? They're really, really easy to bend. And if you bend them and one comes disconnected, our motherboard won't work anymore. Okay, so I'm going to be really careful while I do this side to not touch those capacitors. And once I've got it all up, if I make sure all of them are released, which they should be now, it should just come, oh wait, also disconnect your CPU cooling fan.
Cooling fan, yes.
I should. I feel like I'm loose. Oh, there we go. Oh, excellent. Okay, so that was a really good example of right here, the thermal grease on the between the CPU fan and the CPU stuck. Okay, so that happens sometimes. So right now I've got the CPU stuck to it. That's really not the optimal way to take it out. What should have happened is the fan should have come off, and then I should have released the lever arm here for the ZIF, or zero insertion force socket. And what kind of socket is that? Is that a LGA or a PGA?
LGA.
Which kind?
PGA.
PGA, because it's got pins, and pins have holes.
Because
so
the ZIF socket.
You know, PGA,
ZIF socket, PGA.
ZIF socket.
Come on.
Okay, so if that happens, this is a good example of something happening that we really didn't want. I can easily pop this off.
Pop it off.
And then I'm going to have to really, 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 really carefully hold this while I clean off the old thermal grease before I put new on. And this I don't have to be as careful on. There's nothing I can hurt on this heat sink, but I need to get the old thermal grease off that and off this before I can reapply it. So when I do go to reapply, it'll be all clean when it is. I have the lever arm up for the PGA or ZIF, for zero insertion force socket. If I look on the socket itself, I can usually see right there is a little triangle, and if I look on the CPU, right there is a little triangle, okay? And I line up the two triangles, and if it works out, it should fall right into the hole, and then I hold it down with my finger, and in which case this would be clean when I'm doing it. And then I bring the level arm down, I put it around the clip, and I lock it in. That's intended to really hold it well. That's not good that it got yanked out. And then when I take it out, it should be push the lever arm up, lift it, and then I should be able to gently remove the CPU from the socket. Questions? Okay, that's removing the CPU. Make sure this is all clean of thermal grease. Make sure you don't bend any pins as you clean this one from thermal grease. And then we're down to a basic motherboard and all of our components to put our PC back together.